Mounts, BBG, chapter 35, sentence 7. He says to them, should be very obvious to you, you know that in most cases you're going to treat this, when you're talking about narrative like this, you're going to treat this as a historical present, and, feel free to, in a case like this, to always just say he said to them. All right. So then you have erkastha. Hopefully by now you know it's from erkamai. So even though you have this passive ending, it's deponent. So nonetheless, you still have this second plural, which isn't going to look any different from an imperative, is it? So what you've got is two options, imperative or indicative, and of course I would run with imperative, because he says to them, come. Well, come and see, right? Or you will see. So in this case, I would say this is the imperative, and then opsistha, from opsomai, which comes from harao, because harao goes to opsomai in the future, right? Which goes to adon in the aorist. So you can expect to see that a little further down. But the bottom line is, here it's a future, and it is also second plural, and it's also deponent, because it's from opsomai. So bottom line, translating it as an active, you're going to say y'all will see, or you will see. All right. So he said to them, come and you will see. And I would do it just like that. And post-positive und, therefore. And then you have eilthon. But what you're going to notice both here and here you have a variant, because instead of an omicron nu, you have an alpha nu. Hopefully you see that alpha nu and you still say, well, okay, that's clearly third plural, and that's just a variation on a theme. It could be an omicron nu, and sometimes in the New Testament you'll see both of these verbs with an alpha nu for the, and it makes it very, very clear that you're dealing with a third plural. Nonetheless, you know that this comes from eilthon, which comes from erkamai, which is the aorist. Eilthon is the aorist, but with that alpha nu ending, it tells you that's very clearly a third plural. So they came, right? So therefore they came, and in this case would be adon, which comes from harao. So they saw, right? So they came, or therefore they came and they saw, pu, where. And here, even though you have a present active indicative from meno, third singular, where he stays, again, just like here, historical present, I would say, because you're telling a story. So where he stayed, and with him, again, from meno, the difference here is you have an augment, and you have that insertion of the iota to tell you that it's a different stem. In this case, it's the aorist stem from meno, and very clearly, again, a third plural. So if I didn't know any better, I might guess that that's a stylistic thing on the part of this author. Might make for a good research paper. In this case, though, with him they stayed, and then, of course, that day. That's very easy for that day, right? So going back to the beginning, he said to them, come and you will see, or y'all will see. Therefore, they came and they saw where he stayed, and they stayed with him that day.